Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be using the quadratic formula solving any quadratic equation. So when do we use a quadratic formula? This is the standard form, by the way, of, a quadratic. So when factoring won't work or isn't possible, we use a quadratic formula because it works for any quadratic equation. Helps solve quadratic equations like 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals 0, and then x squared minus 6x plus 4 equals 0. So the discriminant, the value under the square root in the quadratic formula. So it would be the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So it determines the numbers and types of solutions to the equation, okay? That's very important. So here we have an example of 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. So equals 0. We always gotta set it to 0. So the way we do that, here we have a, here we have b, and here we have c. What that means is that 3 is a leading coefficient, then we have 5, and then -2. So the formula for the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus uh b squared, b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so that's the quadratic formula. So the way we do that, we would have to first negative b would be -5, then plus or minus square root, I mean, not square root, sorry. 5 squared minus 4a, which is 3, and then c, which is -2, divided by 2a. 2a is 3. So if we do that, we have -5 plus or minus, then we have, this is all inside the square root, by the way. So then we have 25 inside, because 5 squared is 25, minus 4 times 3, that would be -12, and then -12 times 2, that would be 24. And then divided by 2a, which is 6 there. So then afterwards, I'm going to erase this quickly. Sorry, guys. So then -5 plus or minus, we have 49 afterwards with 25 plus 24 divided by 6. So I'm gonna have to erase that here as well. And then -5 plus or minus, what's the square root of 49? Well, that would be 7. I mean, no, sorry, square root of 49, that would be 7 divided by 6. So then afterwards, we could either do -5 minus 7. When I have plus or minus, that means we can either add or subtract. That means that we're gonna have two solutions here. So -5 minus 7 divided by 6, that would be -12 divided by 6. And one of our solutions could be x equals to -2. And then let's say we decide to add now. So what's 5 plus 7? Well, I mean -5 plus 7, uh that would be 2, and then divided by 6, that would be 1/3. So our solution could either be x equals to -2, or it could also be 1/3, okay? So those are two solutions using the quadratic formula. So here we have a worked out solution. You notice that here we have a, which is -2, then 5 is the middle, so it'll be b, and then c equals 3. Okay, so using the quadratic formula, we use the formula and everything. This is uh this is a formula, I'm pretty sure. And then afterwards, our solution could either be this one, I'm pretty sure, or this one. So common mistakes and tips. Forgetting to set the equation of 0, that's important. Making sign or arithmetic mistakes under the square root. I almost made a mistake, if you notice, when I was doing the square root. And then dropping the plus or minus symbol and finding just one solution. When you always have a quadratic formula, when you use a quadratic formula, you'll always have two solutions. So a helpful tip is to check your solutions by plugging them into the original equation. So yes, this is it for today. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys learned something about using the quadratic formula. Thank you.